In the heart of Africa, Nigeria stands proudly as a beacon of progress in the fight against malnutrition.
For a decade, the civil society's Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, Cs-Sunn,
has been at the forefront, tirelessly implementing projects and programs to ensure that every Nigerian has access to food and nutrition security. It all began on the 19th of November 2013 in the historic city of Ilorin, Kwara State, where the seeds of the Civil Society Alliance were sown. The formal launch during the World Breastfeeding Week in 2014 marked a pivotal moment as the second steering committee under the chairmanship of Professor Ngozi Nnam was inaugurated.
My name is Ngozi Nnam. I'm a professor of community and public health nutrition affiliated to University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I am one of the BOT members and also a past chairman of the steering committee, Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria. I first heard about it when we were invited to a meeting in Ilorin in 2013 by Save the Children. They invited us for a meeting in Ilorin to form this civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria, and the need for Nigeria to form the society, having made a commitment to be one of the Sun country. So there is a need to form the civil society network of Sun. So that was when I first heard about Sun, and there at Ilorin we started having meetings on how to form the civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria.
From humble beginnings with 11 organizations,
Cs-Sunn
has flourished into a network of over 500 member organizations across the states, united in their commitment to combat malnutrition, with a clear approach to engaging government and non-state actors to raise awareness and sustain commitment and actions to tackle malnutrition in Nigeria effectively.
When we started the alliance, actually 11 organizations, national organizations came together in the inception workshop or visioning workshop that happened in Kwara in 2013. And of these 11 organizations that started, today Cs-Sunn has grown to over 500 member organizations cutting across these whole states, and each of them having, state chapters with executives who run the affairs of the states.
Over the years,
Cs-Sunn's
clear strategy has effectively engaged both government and non-state actors, improving visibility for nutrition and fostering innovative solutions that will sustain the gains of nutrition impacts in Nigeria. Their unwavering belief in the importance of a well-nourished population as the foundation of human progress and societal growth has been the driving force behind their remarkable achievements. In 2014, the renowned Scaling Up Nutrition movement recognized the potentials of the newly formed Nutrition Alliance, and through strategic utilization of the Multi-Partner Trust Fund (MPTF) funding,
Cs-Sunn
identified and enhanced the capacity of Nigerian CSOs, distributed significantly to public awareness, influenced policy and legal frameworks, strengthened in-country accountability and facilitated effective learning and collaboration between organizations.
Coming together to form Cs-Sunn, a proposal was written. This was before I joined, and got funding for the multi-partner trust fund to prepare some states of the Federation for the purpose of advocacy and building their capacity to ensure that things happen in the area of improving nutrition in those places. And so they got the funding to implement the multi-partner trust fund project.
Cs-Sunn's impact has transcended borders, providing technical support and trainings to regional CSOs in other countries, including fostering the spread of the Sunn movement and the establishment of country chapters in those countries. These images and footage of Cs-Sunn's impactful events and initiatives stand as a testament to the unwavering dedication and the significant strides for nutrition made over the past decade.
The steering committee has the role of doing oversight over the secretariat, and so through this oversight, the steering committee ensure that the secretariat is implementing Cs-Sunn strategic plan. Now, Cs-Sunn partners with government and other development partners. So the structures for this partnership, the steering committee ensures that everything is in place, like the policies that the secretariat need to work is developed and by the steering committee, so that it guides implementation of whatever activities, projects and strategic plan the secretariat is implementing.
I'm quite proud to say that the alliance is gaining a lot of traction, and we're seeing a lot of great moves as regards nutrition intervention, changing mindsets and orientations, and also when it gets to the point where we have to interact with our legislators, we're beginning to see them adopt this kind of approach where the nutrition is no longer kept at the back burner, but now is a four-burner issue and is even being factored into various aspects of the budget. So I see the alliance. I'm really proud to be affiliated with this alliance that has achieved so much with the short period of time that it has had available.
We give kudos to Cs-Sunn, civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria. The name we got from the Sun. We've really achieved a lot. Achievements of nutrition issues, the response to malnutrition menace calls for collaborative effort, teamwork. And since the cause of malnutrition is multifaceted, there is the basic one, there is the underlying, and there is the immediate. It's not just the government that can do it. Before, governments at the national could, do something political to some extent, but now, with that particular aspect, the government at the wider gap at the subnational level, being the states and local government area, and the local community, have been reduced because of the Cs-Sunn intervention in the nation.
Cs-Sunn has been very remarkable, having wonderful collaboration with them, and they've always been in support of government. They have also been very instrumental to driving our policies, our strategic directions, in developing our national strategic plan for action for nutrition, and all the other policy documents on nutrition.
In 2013, the Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition Network was established. And since its establishment, the network has been a driving force in bringing non-state actors together to ensure that governments are adequately engaged in awareness creation on issues that affect malnutrition.
In the same year, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, through the development of Research and Project Center, DRPC, sparked a groundbreaking partnership with
Cs-Sunn
with the Partnership for Advocacy in Child and Family Health PACFA project.
Cs-Sunn,
alongside a consortium of indigenous CSOs, catalyzed government responsiveness on policies, budgets, and administration to address the most pressing challenges in child and family health at the national and state levels. Under the PACFA project,
Cs-Sunn
led the charge on nutrition advocacy, advocating for the adoption and increased implementation of the National Strategic Plan for Action for Nutrition (NSPAN) in Kaduna, Niger, and Nasarawa states. The tangible outcomes include increased NSPAN implementation at the national level and in 3 states, as well as a significant boost in the 2017 health sector budget allocation and timely releases in Nigeria at the national level and 7 states.
PACFA project was actually a consortium led by DRPC at the Development Research and Project Center. It's a consortium of about 8 organizations focusing in different areas of child and family health. It's a Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation project, and basically DRPC, being the lead organization, actually conducted a mapping exercise where Cs-Sunn was identified as a civil society alliance that should be part of the consortium. PIN's Partnership for Improving Nutrition Systems in Nigeria was an outcome of the success of our participation in the concept in the consortium. After the PACFA project, we seem to have done well in pushing for nutrition budget line creation and some other notable achievements, and as a result somehow we were identified by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as an organization that can receive a direct grant from them to continue the work which we started under the PACFA project.
The journey of impact continued with projects and programs like the Partnership for Improving Nigerian Nutrition Systems,
Pins 1 and 2,
Sun Movement Pooled Fund Windows 1 and 2, and Accelerated Nutrition Results in Nigeria, ANRING, and others. Each project symbolizes
Cs-Sunn's
commitment to driving sustainable change and fostering a nourished, thriving Nigeria. From its roots in 10 states with the Multi-Partner Trust Fund, MPTF,
Cs-Sunn's
influence has expanded to 28 states in Nigeria, thanks to the Population Reference Bureau, DRPC, BMGF, UNICEF, and a host of others. From making the Sun movement to cut across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria a reality.
We have a focus on establishing what we call Cs-Sunn chapters in the states. And the PINS project, the funding from the PINS project allowed us to do that. So we trained CSOs in the states, mobilize them to form what we call state chapters. And then they have to meet a particular criteria before they can become state chapters.
The academic and research network of Sunn was actually created as a result of the effort of Cs-Sunn, and through the pool fund that was obtained from the global Sunn movement, and the effort of Cs-Sunn actually led to the birth of the academic and research network establishment. And even not just that, since the establishment of the academic and research network, the support of Cs-Sunn has kept the network going. They have supported us in many areas. The ARN-Sunn, which is the academic and research network of Sunn, was actually created to be able to support the effort of the government of Nigeria in being able to generate evidence that will help to provide, that will help to support the policy and decision makers.
We have come a long way with Cs-Sunn. And it's a Cs-Sunn, it's a strong and reliable partner. In terms of advocacy and their support towards our activity implementation. Since 2020, when Cs-Sunn come up with their pool fund project, we are working with them, carrying out advocacy to state stakeholders, which both government and traditional institutions.
One thing that Cs-Sunn did at the inception was actually to also make some money available to the alliances at the national level in order to be able to set up itself. For Nigeria, close to $300,000 was actually given to Nigeria Alliance in order to be able to set up properly, to be able to get civil society organizations at the state level to be able to perform, and that really helped a lot. So in terms of money, in terms of guidelines, in terms of getting documents across to national alliances, Cs-Sunn has actually done a lot to do that. And also in terms of getting donors to support national alliances, we've been able to do quite a lot.
As we stand on the cusp of this momentous occasion, the civil society scaling up nutrition in Nigeria extends heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to our journey. Together, we have achieved milestones, forged enduring partnerships, and laid the groundwork for a future where every Nigerian can be food and nutrition secure. Join us in celebrating a decade of relentless commitment and boundless potential.